Alright, we're going to be going over some of the comparisons between the A6 here and our competitors. We'll give you a couple reasons why we feel the A6 is pretty good and while we think it's the best. So the ones we're comparing it to, just in case you're looking at other machines, the Logic Q100, Toshiba Cube, Chizan 8300, Honda HS 2000, and then also there's a Loka machine out there. So this machine beats them on different levels, and it's pretty much the best combination of all the necessary features in my opinion. We talked about this earlier, but you get the largest screen. Some of the screens that on some of those machines are literally half the size, so it's nice to have a full-size screen instead of essentially a cell phone size screen. We have the ability to have 2 probes connected at one time, so having 8 probe capacity, 2 probes at one time connected allows you to kind of get more done without having to switch stuff out. You usually use 2 probes, maybe tops per exam, depending on what you're scanning for the day. Once again, with the probes, we have 5 different frequency settings from 2 to 12 megahertz. Depends on the probe what frequency range you're in, but everybody else has 4 different settings, if not less. So we have 5 total, so the highest number, the largest screen. We also have some of the deepest scanning ability, so we can go 32 centimeters. A lot of the competition can only go into the 20s, if not less, depending on what type of probe you're doing. So it's good to have that extra depth, depending if you're scanning a very large obese patient. If you're using this for veterinary reasons, the larger animals, it's good to have that ability to get the bigger depth and field of view. And then also, we also have the most settings on the side. So our machine has 2 USB ports, 2 probe settings, and then 1 gigabyte of storage. So while you think that would be relatively standard, a lot of the smaller machines, you can actually only save, I think there's one machine out there, only 16 images maximum before you have to save, forward, or delete the images before you start again. Some of the others have a little more capacity, but we have a gigabyte, so you can do all the work for a day and not really have any trouble saving during your exams or onto USB drives or forwarding it over the internet. You can get your work done, come back, and you're done. So basically, once again, to recap, the large screen, ability to have multiple transducers, 2 hookups in the back, 2 USBs, large screen that pivots, lightweight. The A6, in our opinion, is a great machine.